Alright, hello guys. Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV, a new character playthrough. So, if you guys remember, a couple of months ago, I decided to do a new character playthrough, and I never actually finished it. So this time we're gonna attempt to finish it. There's no guarantee we're going to finish it, but hey, it's a new character playthrough. I love this game. I've played through this game multiple times. I think the last time I did... Well, I have a couple of alts. This one is just primarily going to be one job, but I may end up doing like multiple jobs here and there, just because it's a little more fun that way. We'll do as much of the unlocking and side content as I feel like doing. I'm not going to do it all, but maybe we'll do a stream or two where we go and unlock stuff. There'll be some dungeons I'm going to do while playing the game, like anything that's primarily through the story, like Halatali or Sunken Temple of Karn, any of those dungeons. I'll be doing those as they come up because they're not really a part of the story, but they are, like, you can't reach level 50 unless you do these dungeons, right? So, the most important part is creating your character. So you have, how many, like 3, 6, you have 8 different races to choose from, and you have multiple variations of different races, except Hrothgar, which female Hrothgar is coming, so that will be here eventually. You can change the different environments to get a better look at them. You know, it's cool. I don't know what kind of race I want to choose though, because I don't really like many of the male races. I like the female races more, or the female versions better. I may end up just going with Viera, to be honest, because none of these interest me. And if you don't know, once you reach level 50, you can get a Fantasia. So, there's always the chance to change your race if you don't like the way that it looks. This is always the choice I struggle with. Let's do Viera. I like to make them always tall, because Viera is far and large my favorite race in the game. Well, we'll just keep it at 50. All the face options are really good. But this one happens to be my favorite one. So we'll go with that one. Oh, whoa, that's like exceptionally pale. What about this one? Looks fine. That looks red. Yeah, this looks fine. Hairstyle. See, I like short hairstyles, but most of these short hairstyles don't really look that good on Viera. Like, at all. That one looks okay. I think these are the ones that are always like the best. Like, this one's probably one of the better ones. That looks really good, actually. Holy shit. Yeah, we'll go with that. Draw. Type 2's fine. Eye shape. Type 4 or type 1 are always the best. I'm gonna do it type 4. We always go with large irises. I'm gonna go with pink. Pink looks pretty good. Eyebrows, you're probably hardly ever gonna see them. We'll go with 2. Why not? See, this is always the option I really don't like, because the nose is always, like, either too big or it's too upturned. We'll go with 3. I think 3 is fine. I get that it's because they're like bunnies and that's why, but it's like doesn't really feel like that. Go with type 1. I always go with dark. Oh, the ears. Ear shape. See, people like this one a lot, but I kind of like this one because it's like more wild, you know? Ear length. Maximum. No, we're just gonna stick with 50. Is this one? Oh, I see. Okay. I think that works. Tattoos. Yeah. That looks nice. Actually, we'll go with no tattoos. And I got an idea. This one, and we're going to do brown. Because then it looks like freckles. And it looks nice. Alright, the voice option is always the one I struggle with too, because, never really know which one to pick. Yeah, we'll just go with type 1. I think type 1 is fine. This works. Save appearance data. I have a bunch of them, by the way, because I make a bunch of alts. We'll go with... Oh. We'll go with my actual birthday. 23. Oh, wait. Actually... Yeah. No effect on gameplay, but I always pick like different ones. Now that I kind of know what these characters look like, I want to go with Nofika. And I think we're going to go with Arcanist. Could go with Pugilist too. Yeah, you know what? I don't ever really play Pugilist, so let's go with Pugilist. Yes. No. No. Wait, what? Choose a different homeworld. I don't want to be here on Hyperion. Let's do Exodus. And we're gonna go with Sleepy Hikari as the name. Nice. Alright. Oh, I guess when it's loading, it counts that as like a separate thing. Okay, so we're gonna watch all the cutscenes, by the way. I haven't watched all these cutscenes in quite a while, so...
Here. Here. Feel. Hear, feel, think.
Oh shit. Look at my monk gear. By the way, I'm not going to be reading these. Oh, the music. Maybe I will read them. You alright, lass? You were moaning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of the aether, I reckon. You'll get used to it, though. Don't worry. I won't be doing voices. I'm not doing all that. You there, halt! What's this all about? Inspection. Men, search the carriage. I'm just an honest peddler, friend, so don't be too disappointed if you don't find nothing, eh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. Oh, what a dickhead. Sir, look. Somnus. Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in a dungeon till the end of your days, unless you can afford the fine. Heh, business as usual. Blah! Amalja! Amalja! 2 arms! 2 arms! Seven hells, consider this a warning. Now go, all of you. Damn, that dude got shit on. Bruh. Phew, that kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful around them brass blades, lass. Bastards will have the shirt off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits they are, only less honest. Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to the rescue, eh? Hey, seeing as we've still got a long ride ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? Them young'uns don't care much for conversation, see? Brent's the name, and peddlin's me trade. Now, you fucked it up, man. Should've said Brent's my name, and trading's my game. And judging by your unusual garments, I'd wager you're one of them new adventurers. I don't know about that one. I don't think adventurers wear skimpy clothing like this. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? To win glory. Glory, eh? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks as other folks ain't, an adventurer like yourself can win fame what coin can't buy. When you arrive in town, you'll want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You can find everything you need to know about adventuring business in there. Just remember, though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, is this your first trip to Ul'dah? Yes. It is. Well then, let this journeyed itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Ul'dah is ruled by the Sultana in name, but as most folk know, the Syndicate holds the real power. Them and the monetarists? Cronies would happily get rid of her grace altogether, but that won't happen, while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists, and the Royalists are nothing if not loyal. These factions have long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no signs of stopping. Of course, the Lizardmen, that's the Amalja, couldn't care less about the Ul'dah politics. They have their own interests, see, and they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift to peddlers, need breed and profit, and though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Ah, at long last, behold Ul'dah, jewel of Thanalan, where folk turn sand into gold.
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Ul'dah. Even with the coming of the 7th Umbral Era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul.
I knew it! This is fucking Igor from fucking Persona!
One whose
No
arrival
way.
marked the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
With a thick bunny girl to save the realm. And here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, and it's onto the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for putting up with me prattle. You never did tell me your name, though. Hey, but here's an idea. Become the sort of storied patronage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
A realm reborn. Final Fantasy 14. Well, here you go, guys. New character playthrough. I'm actually kind of excited to watch all the cutscenes because when I first played the game, I didn't watch all the cutscenes. I watched most of them and kind of skipped around because I wasn't really too interested in watching every single cutscene that I came across. It's just, there's so many of them in the game. It takes a long time to get through a lot of them. ARR especially, which is A Realm Reborn, takes a long time to get through if you watch all the cutscenes. It takes like 40 to 60 hours. But I'm hoping for this journey to be fun. Before I continue, I just want to say that I will be doing a lot of the content in the game. I won't be doing like crafting and shit on stream because that's boring. Like no one wants to see all that. But maybe I'll start the crafting quests and you guys get to see how crafting is and so on and so forth. I'll be doing like job swapping, but we will not be watching the job cutscenes. That's because of the fact that this playthrough is already long enough, so I'll be skipping where I can, and I'll be skipping the job cutscenes. So those storylines will be left up to you guys to see. I won't do anything off stream. Maybe I'll grind off stream, like do dailies and stuff off stream, because I don't know if people want to actually see that, but you know, like, because when they go to watch the VOD, they're not going to want to sit here and be like, oh, they just decided to suddenly do dailies. Oi, adventurer, over here. I mean you. Fresh off the carriage by any chance? Eh? How can I tell? Heh. Name's Wymond. Wymond? And my business is knowing every bugger else's. Now then, what if I was to offer you some invaluable advice by way of welcome to our fair city? Free of charge. Even just this once, like. Alright, Wymond, you got a deal. Welcome to Ul'dah. Okay, I'm not reading this. Okay, so this is the part of the game I hate doing the most. We have to change this HUD layout. This HUD layout is so bad. Let's start with the cross hotbar. This has to go down. Also, I have to change the size. I'm gonna put this like right here. Progress bar. This can go like right here for now. Target bar. Okay, I typically display this independently. Oh, okay, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. So, target bar typically goes like right here. Like a little above here. Progress bar typically goes right above that. Because if you put, see, the thing is in this game, if you put the progress bar above, then you can actually see things a lot better. Target info status, this needs to be decreased. And we're going to put it like right here. Party list can stay where it's at for now, because we're not going to worry about that. Parameter bar. Now this is your HP and stuff. This bar typically goes right here, above my cross hotbar. Experience bar, that typically goes at the top of the screen for me, because I don't really need to have this on screen. Status enhancements. And enfeeblements, those can just stay where they're at. Other can stay where it's at. Minimap, I typically move this down here because it's a lot easier to see. And there isn't a whole lot on this side of the screen anyways. Notices, don't care. Main menu, don't care. Duty list. I typically put this in the corner because you won't really be seeing that anyway. Server info. That will go above, or that will go below the experience bar. Above it, sorry. Let's see, what else? We have Gil. I typically turn that off because I can just go to my currency and see that. Inventory grid, turn that off, don't care. Limit gauge. It's basically where it needs to be. Actually, I can put it like down here. Chakra gauge. So this gauge is kind of important. This is basically your job gauge. This will go right above parameters because then I can see things easier. Okay, so that's basically everything. That's basically everything. We do not need to worry about much else for now. Oh no, don't do that. Save. Okay. So now we can go to character configuration. And this is where things get a little annoying. Definitely need to turn this up. Target. Which target circle to target select. Auto a target according to priority. Closest range. Idle animation delay. Turn that on. Randomize idle animation. Show limited effects. Mouse. None of that matters. Oh, auto sheath weapon. Yeah, we'll do 2. UI settings. Pop-up text, standard. There's an option here to display name that can we'll do always, initials, hide, never. There you go. Alright. So that's there. Oh, display job icons, yeah. Hotbar settings. Let's see. Cross hotbar. Oh, there we go. Just turn that off. Because I don't really need the help. Log window, none of that matters. Okay, so we will definitely be changing this. For now to be like over here. Oh, and it's a little too big. There we go. Okay, so we're officially done for the most part. Now we can actually move around. So, if you're wondering what all these buttons do, I hate it when that happens. I had to sneeze and I couldn't sneeze. So basically these are your combos. These will be your this is your combo for this class up until a certain point. Obviously, we're not, you know, we're not going to bother going over these as much because it doesn't really matter. But we can now officially play the game. Initiating quest. Tis plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know your way around here. If I let you go wandering off near the darkest alley, you're certain to get mugged or worse, and I don't want that on my conscience. So before anything else, you'll want to head over to the quicksand and speak with Momodi. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild and can set you on the right path. Just take those steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside. And that's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck, adventurer. Good luck with adventuring, adventurer. Thanks. You've begun a quest. Alright, so basically you can just see, like, your duty list up here. Like, if you go up here, you can see your quests. Get ready to see the character's ass out for a good bit here because they made them extremely thick and there's no way to really change it. So why, hello there. Who might you be? She is so adorable. If you're looking for the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Momodi, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Ul'dah, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you, that is. Without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Amalja, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh on, forever now. Then there's the Garlean Empire. None can say what they're plotting these days, only that they are plotting, I guess. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all there's worry. Worry and a lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder, it's scarce been 5 years since the Lesser Moon cracked like an open egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into onto the eighth hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye. 'Twas like the end of the world had come at last. But then things began to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next. Some of them 2 or 3. You'd think people would remember something like that, but the fact is they don't. Nobody does. There's one thing that survivors agree on, though. The part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly like so many others. They never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you'll agree. It's a shame our recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten, and we call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll stand forever as a shining example. That's a great shot. Why is this shot here? A shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All I ask is that you lend a helping hand, and try to leave Ul'dah in a better state than you found her. If you could promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. Alright then, a promise is a promise now. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. And happy and prosperous Ul'dah means more business for the quicksand too. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. Sleepy Hikari. Well, ain't that a charming name. Just rolls off the tongue, it does. Alright, Miss Hikari. On behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially Please, sir, be merciful. 12 is my witness. I swear to you, I'll bring you your money. In the East, it is said that a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you were given a 4th chance to offend. You two, attend to this scum. No, please, mercy. Well, ain't that a sorry sight? Nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice or about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing a lady muse on the many manhoods of her acquaintances from time to time. Is she, you know... Is she LGTV plus? Take a moment to catch your breath and I'll teach you about our fair city. That's funny. Let's go! Quest complete! First quest completed. You attained level 2! No way! Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a few basic tasks I'd like to perform so as to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetheryte Plaza. To get there, head west from here till you reach Emerald Avenue, then look to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called an Aetheryte. If it weren't for Aetherites, traveling around Eorzea would be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune to them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with the one in the plaza. You ever attuned to an Aetherite before? If not, just lay your hand on the thing and you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Pugilist Guild over at Platinum Mirage. Assuming this weapon of yours ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit Sapphire Avenue Exchange, over on the steps of Thal. Goods from across Eorzea and beyond turn up every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale here in Ul'dah, as long as you got the guild. Just make sure you don't pay more than you ought. There's plenty as won't scruple to swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interest. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Ciceroga and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once you've read it. In short, then, visit the Aetheryte Plaza... Okay, got it. Oh, and before you go, a word of advice. While you're there, more than a few unsavory characters out there will try to take advantage of you. There are also some honest-to-goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folk are lured to this city by a promise of wealth and power. One of them fail to realize is that they, instead of chasing after the guild the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. Speaking of which, you should speak with the smith over yonder. Those lads always have good advice. Okay, I got it. So we won't be reading everything, especially if it's like tutorial stuff. Basically, she's just telling us where to go. Gotcha. And now we can officially play the game. Don't need to read any of that. The Smith. Cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for telling me all that. But I got a jet. So, the delivery Moogle should have a bunch of stuff for me. He's just yapping. Nice. I mean, I do... Oh my god. I hate this. Because you have to press the button in the middle on the controller. for free. You get all this stuff for free. Nice. Ring of Fidelity. Where did I get that? I don't remember getting that. Yeah, if you pre-order the next expansion, which you can still pre-order it now, you can get the Azema's earrings, which is really good. So what this does is it boosts XP when you're below level 90 by 30%. If you're above level 90, it doesn't do anything. The max level currently is level 90, by the way, so it doesn't really matter. This is one thing I always hate about doing new towns, is coming over here to do this, which is to gather all the Aethernets and stuff like that. There's a new player. Lesser Panda. Oh, that's right. Oh, my nose. Ah. It's horrible. Oh my god, guys, I was finally able to sneeze. Ooh, buddy. That is horrid. That is really bad. So here's the big Aetherite. Cutscene time. Hail, adventurer. Might you have come at the behest of Miss Momodi of the Quicksand? That's one of you guys. Excellent. Which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee. That will be 100,000 gil, if you please, madam. Apologies, but I do relish the opportunity to make that jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless. Ah, but the fact that you were so easily deceived suggests to me that you are unfamiliar with the use of Aetherites. Allow me to explain. These crystalline agglomerations tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means of travel swiftly from one place to another. Perchance you have heard of return and teleport? While these transportation spells make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of Aether. Given that there is an Aetherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune herself to each and every one. But even if you have no intention of wandering beyond the Sultanate's borders, it would be prudent for you to attune yourself to any Aetherites you encounter from now on. I pray you found that informative. Should you wish to learn more about Aetherites or teleportation magic, I should be happy to answer your questions. Return, learned. Oh my god. No way, we learned a new spell. Yeah, that's something I didn't know. I didn't know that they were spells. Alright. Also, there's another reason I choose Viera as my race, is because Viera is one of the taller races in the game. They're not the tallest. The tallest is Rogadine? I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't think they ever pronounce it in game. But maybe we'll see. Greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. I see you walked the path of the pugilist. Yet your journey has only just begun. I recommend you add your name to the roll, for there is no better place in the realm to train your discipline. I'm pretty sure you could train just about anywhere. Like I said, these will be quests that we are absolutely skipping the cutscenes for because, well, when applicable, because you can't skip this one. Jesus. guy's trying to punch me out. Can you go the distance? Yeah. Alright. So now we have that to do. Most of these beginning quests are exactly the same. They all require you to kill like a set of monsters and kill like 3 of them. So, if you're wondering, picking a different job does start you in a different place. If you pick any job, like, it'll tell you what town it starts into. So it's like, not hard. The only downside to this race is that they can't wear hats. So, if you want to wear a hat, you're basically shit out of luck. No hats. Not allowed. They are giving access to more hats, though, going forward, which is nice. I don't understand why you can't wear, like, a mage's hat. You can, they have, okay, so if you've ever played Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, Vieras are from Final Fantasy XII, but they're also in Tactics Advance. And in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, if you pick the Red Mage job, they wear Red Mage hats. So why can't they wear fucking hats is my question. It doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't look out of place either with Red Mage. It looks like they should be wearing hats. They also wear like turbans when they are playing as a sniper. You know, it's so weird to me. So we're definitely going to attune to every Aetherite. Oh, that's the wrong way. Whoops. Bit of snow. Conniving ne'er-do-well. I pass this guy every time I do like a playthrough in Ul'dah, and it's just so weird how he's like, I think he's a part of the Reaper quest line if I'm not mistaken. And you are? A newly come adventurer, but of course. I am Cesaroga. But what can I do for you? Ah, you would have me teach you the ways of the marketplace. Very wise. As for my fee, what? You expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. That's funny. Letter of introduction. Ah, Mistress Momodi instructed you to seek me out, did she? Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief, and you shall be attentive. You stand in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace in the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in relations to the other city-states, Ul'dah's markets have both served as the literal and figurative centers of the Eorzeer's commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of maritime trade between Vilbrand and Aldenard passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Ul'dah as their base of operations. They see to it that this marketplace is awash with merchants and moneylenders day and night. Anything a man could ever desire can be purchased here, provided he has sufficient funds. Surely there's something you seek, adventurer, a deadlier sword, perhaps, or a shinier trinket. Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. To the north, you will find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives, and crafting materials. And to the south, you will find weapons, tools, and an assortment of other useful items for sale. Seek out a particular merchant or browse to your heart's content. That's not what I wanted to do. That's also not what I wanted to do. I'm trying to see if I can change the title of the stream, but it does not look like I can do that. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can do that. Okay, whatever. I'll change it afterwards. Ahem. That is all the commentary aid you shall have for me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Momodi. Now off with you. Rude. Actually, I don't know if it's too loud. Hold on, let me see something. Okay. I don't think it's too loud. I will... No, system configuration. I'll turn up slightly. Alright. So now you guys should be able to hear it a little better. You guys can probably also hear my controller, unfortunately. Not a whole lot I can do about that. We are heading to... somewhere. I don't think people would be too mad about being able to hear a controller while someone's playing a game. At least not enough to be bothered by it. And my mic, here's the thing, my headset isn't that bad. The problem with the headset is that it doesn't noise cancel. There isn't inherent noise cancellation on PS4, so unfortunately. Hold on, maybe there is. No, I don't think there is. Yeah, I don't really think there is. Unfortunately. This isn't my favorite town to start in, but I do like Ul'dah quite a lot because, as you can see, it's like a big stone town, which is like really cool. If you're wondering, the other two towns, Gridania is a forest town, and Limsa Lominsa is a port town. So, Limsa Lominsa. And once you get all the Aetherites, you have access to the gates. And this happens in every single hub town, by the way. Every expansion has one, so effectively you just, you know, do everything in a town. You get all the aether currents, and then you can travel to the various gates. And now we're gonna do some battling. Okay, so yeah, that works. Level 3, no way! Oh, they are gonna clip. We'll move these down here. Enfeeblements we'll move to here. Why not? That works. Alright. Now we've got to find snapping shrews. And kill them. They've got to die. We're just punching the shit out of these guys. I kind of feel bad. Let me have a look at my character in this kind of light. They look a little tanned. Yeah, I think they look pretty good. I've been known to make very good-looking characters. You know, even some of the other races that don't really look that great, I've been told that I can make them look better. So, I don't know. Don't know if I believe them. Alright, back to Ul'dah. Yeah, let's go grab the next story quest. How was your tour of the city, Sleepy? Get lost, did you? Aye, well, Uldah's a big place with lots to see and do, but wandering around here aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. So when you go exploring, explore like you've got a purpose, eh? Alright then. All that's left for you is to work hard, make money, and spend it here at the quicksand. Except there's nowhere here to really spend money. Quest complete. Alright. So now we have a new attack called True Strike. Unlike other melee classes, Pugilist weapon skills are used to cycle through 3 unique battle forms which dictate the flow of weapon skill combos. So basically, you use your... Basically, every melee class in the game, and by extension other classes that are similar to melee classes, like tanks, have combos. And what the combos do is they will increase in potency as you use them. With Pugilist, for example, you can only execute certain attacks in certain combos, such as True Strike can only be executed in Coral form. Or in Raptor form, sorry. Oh, we get our first piece of gear. But it's a level 5 piece of gear. Well, youngling, how are you finding our fine Ul'dah then? Got your bearings about you yet? If so, mayhaps you ventured beyond the city walls. The bustling streets of Ul'dah are one thing, but the wilds of Thanalan, that's another thing. That's another altogether. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, and he you. Name of Papa Sean. That's some weird dialogue. You'll find him over at the Ul'dah dispatch yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. The dispatch yard's over in central Thanalan. Just head out the door across the hall, and you'll see the gate of Nald staring back at you. Pass through and head east. You'll come to it before long. There's dangers beyond the wall, though. More than I'd care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you, but feisty enough to attack if you draw near. Yeah, well, everything, if you notice that the enemies have, like, they have a little symbol next to their name, that symbol denotes whether or not they will attack you if they see you or not. Most enemies in the game have the red symbol, which means they will attack you if they see you. The enemies in the beginning of the game, roughly around the start, have the blue one, which means they are passive and won't attack, unless you attack them. So, you don't have to worry too much if you're in the beginning of the game. Alright, time to talk to our guild master. Blah, blah, blah. Nice. We got some marmot steaks. These will be pretty useful for a bit because they do increase your XP. Also, completing the first quest gives you access to the hunting log. This is basically your... this is your way of getting XP early on if you really want to. Completing the hunting log gives you XP, and killing all the enemies in a set gives you the XP. I wouldn't recommend trying to kill enemies that are too high level, though, because if you try to kill them, they will be a little too tough for the point in the game you can kill them, so. Okay, so this quest will give us enough XP to level up to the next level. Which will also grant us the ability to do the next job quest. Which will get us... every job quest gets you some gear. Typically, up until about 30, it gives you a weapon, and it also gives you gear. And after 30, you don't get anything. Story quests will always give you gear, though. So, just to let you know, you don't have to worry about that at all. If you're wondering what this symbol is next above their name, that's your hunting log. So this basically just tells you like what enemies are a part of your hunting log and which aren't. So I recommend you do your hunting log if you feel like it. You don't have to. On alternate jobs, I recommend you do them because it gives you a bunch of XP, but early on, you don't really need to do it too much. Oh, shit, I should have been reading. My bad. Okay. Fuck. It won't allow me to read it. Okay. So he said, well, you certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Mamodi advised me to expect, I am Papa Shan, station master of this humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old Lalafell passing his final years in quiet solitude. 12 know that there have been plenty of both these last 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet now, true Uldans work together, doing all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have to revisit Ul'dah to the we have rebuilt Ul'dah to the grandeur and majesty that you see today. The railways which run through this dispatch yard, too, were born of noble efforts of a great many souls. There is still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our lines of supply remain, and there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Ul'dah needs the aid of you and your brethren, friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe that I may have some work suited to one of your ability. Alright, so we're going to pick up this pair of boots because it's suited for our job. Ah, no more sexy legs. Unfortunate. That's fine. Nothing to see here. Since you've come all this way, perhaps you can perform an errand for me. It just so happens a number of my sentries have been sent to guard the area. A dispatch to the dispatch yard, as it were. They have been long away from the shade and feather bends of the city. The hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body out here. It isn't much, but go and give them these twilight pretzels, would you? I find comfort food always helps when I feel like killing myself. Oh my god. This fucking guy. This fucking guy straight up just said these guys want to kill themselves. Okay. Well, we're actually going to go do our job quest first, because we can get a piece of gear for doing our job quest, so that will be very handy. It's recommended you do your job quest as fast as possible, or as soon as possible, rather, because if you do your job quest as soon as possible, basically, you can get access to gear, leveled gear, mind you, stuff that will carry you for a while. And at later levels, it will matter even more, because at every capstone, which is 50, well, it's 45 to start, but then it's 50, 60, 70, 80, etc., you'll get new, better gear. Like, you'll get way better gear than anything you've obtained up to that point. So it's highly recommended that you do your job quest as soon as possible. You know, I actually wish the heels in the game made the characters taller. That would actually be really cool. But I see why they don't do that. Because then it would play hell with, like, the actual... maybe it would play hell with the actual game itself. Oh, wow. A pink custom shirt. Interesting. Cool. He wants me to find money. I did not want to talk to you. I do not want to talk to you. Get out of my face. I will be ending the stream as soon as or like maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, because I do want to go make me some breakfast. But later on today, I will probably stream this again. We're going to do day 1 part 2, and then this will be day 1 part 1. This way, you know, anybody that wants to watch the stream can watch the stream. Anyone that wants to chillax, maybe join us for the next one. I may not do this every day, but I will definitely do it as much as possible, because I do love 14, and I think it is one of my favorite, like, video games. It's up there. Well, this and Final Fantasy X are like my 2 favorite Final Fantasies. Well, I guess I like 7 a lot too. 7's pretty cool. I used to not like 7 for a stupid reason, and it was because it was popular. I was like, man, 7's boring. 7's bad. And then I was like, why did I ever say that? 7's not even bad. Like, 7 has some of my favorite characters in it, like Barrett, Tifa, Aerith, you know, the main trio? Is it trio? I like Cloud, but, like, Cloud's not, like, that interesting. I mean, his backstory is, like, interesting, but the character itself is not. It's way better in the remake. Like, they make him, like, far better. I guess maybe it's the voice acting that kind of adds to it. It makes it better. But in my personal opinion, I didn't really find him to be all that interesting by himself. That's the first Femro I think I've seen in a long time. I hardly ever see Femros anywhere in this game. That's crazy. Oh, something else I meant to mention is I'm not sure if I'll stay as a pugilist the entire game, or like monk, right? Because at level 30, jobs evolve, if just in case. Because I do want to try out, doing a new job every expansion. So maybe that's how that'll work. I'll try to stick with DPS as much as possible because I want to get the player experience out of it. Like, I typically play, like I said earlier in the stream, I typically play as tank, so I don't really have that many issues with Qs. So I want to see how bad the Qs are for DPS on like a well, decent server. Use boot shine on the trial stones. Okay. So, yeah, we have to go to the other Thanalan, Western Thanalan, to go do this one. So this is the effective use of the gates. Early on, it'll be very useful for getting around. Probably won't use them as much later, but you will here. Oh. There we go. You got an achievement. Achievements are basically pointless outside of the ones that give rewards. Because achievements in this game give you achievement points, which are basically pointless. Like, they don't really do much of anything at all, besides allow you to buy things with achievement certificates. Which is okay, I suppose, but I'd prefer, like, actual rewards. You know, they should update the achievement thing, and they should also update, the other... Like, they should also update the veteran rewards, because those are just not, like, super useful. Alright, that's that guy out of the way. There's one more around here. Where's it at? Oh, it's over here. Alright. All four of them defeated. We can use return to Ul'dah. Just keep in mind when you use return, it is on a 900-second cooldown. So it's essentially like on a 10-minute cooldown. You can't use it but once every like 10 minutes. Actually, I think it's longer than 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's like 15 to 20 minutes. So just keep that in mind. One of the benefits to playing as pugilist is that the job guild is right here. So, not too far to go for it. Alright, we're skipping all the cutscenes for these, as I said previously. And we're going to take the custom-made shirt. This also levels us up to level 6, which is nice. And now we've acquired Snap Punch, which is the newest move in our combo. Still got our ass out, but hey, we now have a new shirt to go along with it. which I think looks nice. In fact, I think the custom-made pink shirt is probably one of my favorite shirts in the entire game, because you can't dye it and it's always pink. And it actually, like, it's unique in terms of, like, the shirts too, because you can only get it here. Oh, there's another monk. Sorry, pugilist. Pugilist. Whatever the difference is. Doesn't matter to me. What in the world was that noise? Oh, that was them. I was like, hang on, there's somebody in my ear. Serious Sultan sworn. Halt, madam. I'm going to have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. State your name and business. A twilight pretzel from Papashan. By the gods, forgive me. You could say this new post has my nerves in a twist. In a twist. I'm terribly sorry for that. Yes, well, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe as long as I stand watch. Please give Papashan my thanks, and tell him that I only wish I could repay the favor. Will do. And then we'll come over here and talk to this guy. Western front clear. Eastern front clear. For me, from Papashan, a twilight pretzel. My favorite. How did he know? Can't fight on an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. Okay. What a funny person. What a funny guy. Teehee. You've returned, and with a deal fewer pretzels, I see. Tell me, how fare our Sultan sworn sentries? Did they have anything to report? Anything at all? What? Nothing? Are you sure? Oh dear. Take this or your troubles then, and stay a moment. There is more I would ask of you. We already have a weapon, so we're actually going to take the 4 bronze pieces. Sleepy, I have just this moment. No, the time for concealment is past. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news, which is the real reason I sent you to meet those Sultan sworn. Underneath the Sultan tree, a young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I have been ordered to see her safe return. The Sultan sworn you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. That cannot happen, Sleepy. It must not. I need you to help me find her. Duh. I help. Praise the 12. I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search, but Thanalan is vast, and there are only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan tree. Good luck. Quest accepted. This will probably be the final quest I do before I end the stream, so that I can go eat breakfast, but I will return shortly. Maybe within the next couple of hours. Maybe. I don't remember, does this quest give anything? No, it doesn't, okay. Just gives EXP. That is fine. We're fine with a little bit of XP, right, chat? Just a little bit of XP, Stan. Is somebody following me? Every time I hear that. Hooded Lalafell. Alright, so here's our first instance. Oh, Sultan Tree. So basically, during these instances, you'll enter them solo. You basically, like, this is the level you should be around, is basically around level 8. You know. Typically, you'll be synced to the level cap, which is level 8, so...
Oh, Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear. Show yourself.
As you command, O Lilira.
Who's this fella?
Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
We
Sassy.
both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us. And I'd prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you. Ah, you must be the one the Papa Shan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge. You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness.
I see.
You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person. Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way. As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
No, you're a funny man. Let's go. First solo instance. So this instance isn't too hard. It's essentially just killing this guy. Just to get you into it. I missed. As you can see, the enemy's level 12, so if the enemies are too high level, essentially you'll miss a lot more. Now, he uses a move that doesn't even exist anymore. Lesser Blonga. Look at me. He's almost dead. Oh, my battery is low. No. Well, I'm gonna be ending the stream after this anyway, so should be fine. Should be able to get the stream done. Really now, there are limits to our hospitality. Oh, there's more of them. Come here, friends. I missed. I missed again. There we go. Alright. Duty complete. Hmm. What is this?
Hear,
No.
feel, think.
That voice again. Hmm.
Crystal bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate.
But why does that have to be my job?
The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Alright, Crystal Mom. You got it. I'm just passed out on the floor from that. Interesting.
Coming around now.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void sent? Here? But how?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits. Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream? No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt. Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal. But of course, this changes everything. Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once. I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe? I shall return and tell them myself.
Damn, someone's tired of his shit.
As you wish, your impetuousness. I suspect we shall meet again before long. Until then, do try and stay awake.
You got it, friend. I'll try my best not to have random visions. That definitely won't happen again. Alright, first instance complete. Also, the game is quite loud. I'm actually going to turn it down. That should be good. Much less loud now. For some reason, I thought it was a little too quiet, so I turned it up, and then I listened to it with my mic turned off so that I could, you know, so you guys wouldn't have to hear that, and it just sounded a little too loud to me. Don't know if it was just me or the game or what, but that was way too loud. But we are going to end the stream here in just a minute. I just want to complete this quest, and then we will be done for now. Thank the gods you've returned. You've had us all worried. You do realize what would happen if a person of your noble stature were to be injured, or worse. Why, Her Grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief, and so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets. But I've already given you cause to weep, Papashan, you and the people of Ul'dah. Please, you're not to say such things. It is not my place to make demands, my lady, but I beg you, please stay out of harm's way. I need to turn off this. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papashan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. Curtsy. Another curtsy. Man, I want that armor. That armor looks pretty cool. I cannot thank you enough, Sleepy. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lilira from void-sent fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vaults. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. A sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulder. I see you met Thancred. He's He's a scholar he's a scholar? Excuse me? I've played this game so many times and have never once heard Thancred described as a scholar. Alright, the game says he's a scholar. Okay. He's a scholar who spends his days investigating oddities in the ether, rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. As for you, Sleepy, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. Quiet. Does what they're told. You know? I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Thanalan as you did to us today. Quest complete! Alright. Well, I apologize, but that will be the end of the stream for right now. We will probably be streaming here in a little bit. I don't know how long I'm going to wait to stream, but probably not too long. Maybe a couple of hours, maybe later on today, actually. I don't know. But thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. We will be playing the entire game, hopefully. So, all the way up to Endwalker, or possibly even further with Dawn Trail. I don't know if we're going to get to that point just yet, but thank you guys for joining me, and I will catch you guys next time. See ya. Have fun.